Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cooking with Jan. We've been off the air for a while. I was involved in another project and frankly I just didn't have the time. But today marks our grand return, and to celebrate the event I'd like to show you this beautiful apron that my wife gave me for Valentine's Day. In English it reads, Jan, my favorite cook. I'm from Chicago, and being an American, we grew up with a lot of wonderful American traditions like buttermilk pancakes for breakfast. They're fluffy and delicious. Here in Germany, I've had trouble finding the right ingredients and the right technique to make those buttermilk pancakes, until I watched a really entertaining and funny YouTube show from an Austrian cook. The Austrian cook said that the secret was revealed to him during a trip to New York. Before I reveal that secret to you, I'd like to give all of my viewers a very big thank you for the support and for also asking when this show will come back on. This show is for you. And this show was demanded specifically by a longtime friend in Chicago named Mike Brown. Mike, I hope that after viewing this video, as agreed, that you make these pancakes yourself for your family. And I also hope that all of you make these pancakes for your family. They're actually delicious. To make buttermilk pancakes for 4 people, you need 220 grams of strong flour, or in Germany, they call it type 550 flour, not 405, that's the cake flours. Mixed in with the strong flour, I have 1 heaping teaspoon of baking powder and 1 heaping teaspoon of baking soda, as well as 2 pinches of salt. You just mix that together. Those are your dry ingredients. As far as the wet ingredients are concerned, of course you need buttermilk. Here I have 400 milliliters of buttermilk. This will be poured in here, as so. Then we need 2 egg yolks. The egg yolks were separated from the egg whites earlier. We'll get to the egg whites just in a second. There's a technique that's also the secret to these pancakes. These go in here, as so. You add 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I've also melted some butter that goes in there as well. So let's mix that together. Okay, that's all you need here. Then we take the egg whites. And the trick is to beat these egg whites not until they're stiff, as in not with a mixer, just with a whisk in your hand until you have what they call soapy water, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, we're nearly there. As you can see, I have soapy water. Just give it a few more whisks. Have a look to see that, yes, this is the kind of consistency I want. I don't want to go any further with that. Take in your dry ingredients, flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. You put them in your bowl. Then, again, not with a mixer, just with a spatula, you just gently fold in your wet mixture, that is the egg yolks, the buttermilk, the sugar, and the butter. And it doesn't matter that lumps develop. In fact, the lumps are desired, but you'll see that the batter becomes smooth as time goes on. Put in your egg whites. Just fold them in. And as you can see, the lumps are already disappearing. Okay, we are ready to grill our pancakes. Anke says that there are still lumps in the batter, but I haven't really, well, actually she's right. But that doesn't matter. These pancakes are going to be delicious. So your batter is ready to go. As you can see, the recipe is a cinch. It's just about the technique. So we have our grill fired up. We also have our oven fired up. Let's add just a pat of butter. And then here you take a ladle. And of course, put on the fan. It's up to you how much batter you want to put in the middle, depending upon how large your pancakes should be. So you ladle in the center. So don't worry about getting it on the side. You can fix that. when you grill your pancakes. Okay, our bubbles are beginning to form. This pancake happens to be very large because I put a lot of batter in, obviously. And I'm just looking here and seeing that it's starting to become brown on the other side, as you can see by peeking. But we have to give it a little bit longer. I'm going to flip these in just a second. Yes, they're ready to go. So flip, one. Hey! Oh, it's ready. And the first one is about ready to go. Just make sure that it takes up all the butter. Done on both sides. It goes in here. I close the pancake because I have to make more. And I put them here into my preheated oven. This one. Okay, not that elegant, but very fluffy. This is exactly the kind of texture you want, and also more or less how much you want to grill your pancakes to about this brown color. Some people like to put butter in between, which you can do. We have here, I like it actually personally. It's probably too much for some, but I like it. Just put a pat of butter here, and because they're so warm, it'll melt very nicely. There. And then you would put your syrup on, right? This is the traditional way. But Anke and I, when we were in the posh district of Soho in London, we got this wonderful tip on how to really enhance these buttermilk pancakes, which, like as you can see here, are nice and fluffy. You take some Greek yogurt, just put it on top here. Oh, it looks so delicious. Greek yogurt has that nice tangy flavor. And then you just use some fruit. In this case, we have blueberries. Put them on top there. You can use strawberries, raspberries, whatever you wish. And then you put on your maple syrup. Voila. Okay, I have a last word. The gentleman from KSK who gave me this wonderful buttermilk recipe, I will link to his show in the show notes, that is in the comments below. He also recommends that when you do the pancakes, you also brush the pancakes and the pan with a twig of rosemary, which I haven't tried. But he says it goes very, very well with the maple syrup. So you can try it out, let me know in the comments. And with that, as Jacques Pepin says, bon appétit and happy cooking.